Welcome. To view a heat map or a session recording for a specific page in Microsoft Clarity, go to the top toolbar here and click on this Heatmaps icon. You'll see a list of pages here sorted by popularity in descending order. And if you look at the top here, you'll see this is for the last 3 days. Click on this drop down and we're going to expand it to the last 30 days so that we have more data. Aside from browsing through the list of pages here for a specific heat map, you can go to this top toolbar here and search for a specific page. Click on this drop down to set your condition. You can use starts with, ends with, contains, exactly matches, matches regex, etc. Then type your URL here. Click on filters to configure any filter settings you want to add. You can configure day of the week, device, browser, operating system, location, Clarity user ID if you're sending custom user IDs to Clarity, user actions like rage clicks or excessive scrolling, other actions, page scroll depth, click text, events that you've configured, URL path, traffic from specific referral sources, channels, performance scores, session duration, session click count, page size, screen resolution, other custom filters, and click on apply in the top right corner when you're ready to apply those filters. You can save the segment so you don't have to reconfigure all the settings, and if you have previously saved segments, you can click on the drop down up here to apply that segment. Select the page for which you want to view the heat map. For the heat map in the top left corner here, there's an indicator showing you what device the heat map screenshot displays here. Right now it's on PC. You can switch it to tablet or mobile. There's an indicator to show you whether it's a click heat map, a scroll heat map, or an area. Depending on the device heat map that you're viewing, this drop down for the clicks heat map will say either clicks or tap. Click for PC heat maps and tap for tablet and mobile heat maps. If you click on the drop down, you can filter the heat map by specific clicks or taps. By default, it's set to all clicks or taps, but here are the options that you have for filtering. This can help you identify dead links or elements that users think are clickable but really aren't. For example, last clicks or taps can show you a heat map that users click on to navigate away from the page. So there's a lot of great insight you can gain from this user behavior data. There's a legend down here where you can see the most popular clicks and the least popular. So if you look at the screenshot here, there's the click area heat maps indicated by the colors according to the legend here. So the numbers in the screenshot correspond to the click rankings on the left. And if you click on one of these cards here, it'll bring you to the element in the screenshot and highlight it. When you hover over the card, you can see the exact element, the CSS selector, for which the click occurs. You can click on the view recordings call to action or the camera icon to view the session recordings that include that click. In the top toolbar, click on scroll to view the scroll heat map, and you can see what percentage of the page users are scrolling through. And with the legend here, it's most popular in red, and then it becomes cooler as less users scroll through the page. So of course at the top everyone views this portion above the fold, and as we scroll lower you can see that less people scroll through this page. In the left panel there's a report showing the percent of the page that has been scrolled through, the number of visitors that have scrolled through that portion, as well as the drop off for each percent. Click on the area in the top toolbar and you'll see a heat map that groups the clicks according to areas on the page. So above the fold, we can see some clicks that occur, but as we scroll down, we see a few more clicks scattered through different sections in the article. And this area is probably for the pop-up that occurs. There's a call to action to download a free resource, so that's what that corresponds to. And there are some other click areas down the page as well. To share the heat map, click on the share icon in the toolbar, and you'll see options to share via a link, or you can share the heat map using email. If you want to download it, you can download a CSV or a PNG of the heat map. To compare similar types of pages, for example, blog article pages or landing pages, or if you want to compare different layouts, different designs, click on Compare in the toolbar. Microsoft Clarity gives you these two panels side by side for comparison. You can search for a URL using one of these conditions or a filter or a segment. The first thing you want to do is make sure you use the same date range. So we're going to change this from 3 days to the last 30 days. And then we're going to pick our URL, our page down here. These articles don't cover the exact same topic, but they are similar topics. And for the article on the left, you can see there are a couple more clicks in this article on the hyperlinks. But this article on the right doesn't have any clicks on the hyperlinks for these links near the top of the article. And then you can also see that there are more clicks on this call to action banner, while there aren't any clicks for this CTA banner. You do want to consider statistical significance to make sure your data is valid, or determine whether you should wait for more data or increase the sample size. That way you don't just make decisions based on inaccurate data or false positives. This is a great feature in Microsoft Clarity that other heat maps might not have, because you can take ideas from specific content and apply them to other types of content. For example, take the copy and use it on other pages. Adjust the width of the panels by using this adjuster here to drag to the left or the right. To view the click ranks for either page, click on these arrows on the side and it'll pull out this panel. You can click on these elements so that you're brought to the specific element on the page. Same for the other side. If you want to remove the comparison, click on either X for either panel here. If you want to view a screenshot that displays page elements that aren't currently visible in the current screenshot, click on Change Screenshot in the toolbar. Then you can browse through the screenshots available and find one that meets your needs. For example, this pop-up doesn't appear in all screenshots, so you can look for the screenshot that includes the page element you're looking for. So you can click on View Click Data. If you want a summary of the heat maps, click on the Summarize Heat Maps in the toolbar, and Microsoft Clarity will use their AI to generate insights as well as key takeaways, so you can take a look at that and see if you want to implement any of the changes. To go back to the list of pages and keep this filter for the last 30 days, don't click on Clear, because this will clear all the filters that you've set. Instead, use this part of the toolbar where it says Visited URL. Click on this arrow all the way to the right and click on this X to clear the page. Now you can choose to view a heat map for another page. If you want more content on working with digital marketing, audience, customer, or user data, subscribe to the channel.